Good evening. This is the Lion of Legend, and welcome to the Coffin of Andrew and Renee. A little bit different than the coffin of Andrew and Lily, or Andy and Lily, I should say, as this is clearly a mod where, well, you can kind of see a little bit of a difference here. I figured we could maybe cover that itch for Andy and Lily that some of us may have. Kind of like myself. Episode 1 of The Coffin. Mom, I'm sorry, I just... Calm down, Andrew. Just tell me what happened. It's just... Lily said I couldn't tell anyone. You know you... Okay, but please don't get mad. Up and at 'em, Renee. Ugh. Hunger sure isn't doing you any favors, but that's no excuse for laziness, goddammit. What kind of example are you setting? Now go find something for dinner. Alright, what do we have here? Junk and bills you've neglected to pay. At least you have an excuse to not worry about this shit. The silver lining to this whole situation is that taxes no longer eat away at you. Sometimes you wish you could eat them, though. Inside the cabinets is... nothing. Hello, Andrew. Your darling boy sleeps away peacefully. He seems a bit lonely. Things have been rough for him lately. What else do we have in here? In the trash lies your marriage. I believe in the original game it says hopes and dreams, and notice that Ashley's bed is not here. A completely unremarkable corner of Andrew's room. More laundry. This is where you and your son pile the trash. It's already been scavenged a handful of times, and it's been truly and utterly exhausted of foodstuffs. But wait, what is that? Got a can of tomatoes. You definitely didn't put that there. Andrew has some explaining to do. You can't remember the last time the freezer had something edible in it. Alright, can we cook this up? You should really show the tomato can to Andrew first. You can't pass up the opportunity to scold him over it. True. You show him the tomato can. Look what I found in the trash. So, care to explain the hows and whys? What do you mean? Don't play smart with me, mister. Full can of food thrown in the trash when we're both here starving. I know I didn't put it there, so you did. What exactly was this doing there, Andrew? Because accidents happen, Mom. Maybe one of us threw it out alongside the... One of us? Yes, one of us. Because I don't remember tossing it in the pile either. No point in arguing about it now. We have in front of us another... Well, I wouldn't call it a meal. Hold your horses. Don't get too excited. It's probably the last bit of food we'll have for a while. A can of tomatoes. I visibly cannot contain my excitement. I was going to ask if you wanted to ration it out anyways. Oh. Well then, I guess we're on the same page. I can stand to go 2 or 3 more days without food anyways. Well, we've been able to stand too. Almost 3 months. We can do a bit more, so I'll go put it back in the cupboard. Right. Water soup for dinner it is then. Water soup for dinner it is. Good day. Are you still alive in there? There in a second. For the love of God, tell me you've got food today. Right, about that. No food today either. It's not my fault though. Take it up with the delivery crew. They were supposed to bring it in. Right. So you're totally powerless too, say, bring us a meal so we don't starve? That's not under my purview, lady. In fact, I'm strictly prohibited from doing it. Well, I don't quite fancy losing my life to starvation. I'd like to have a word with someone, anyone who can help. No can do. Even I don't talk with the higher-ups. Then I'd like to have a word with my lawyer. When they get wind of this, you're done for. Ha! As if. You'd have to take this up with the company. They can afford better lawyers than you anyways. Then, I won't sue the company. In fact, I'll be suing you specifically. That's right. I'll enjoy mooching off your paychecks after all is said and done. Sure, lady. Anyways, I've got work to do. Sort it out. Hey, don't leave like that. Why, you? It's pointless anyways. Your last talk with the warden made you hungrier than you were before. You decide against your better judgment to cook the can of tomatoes. Well, how is it? About as fine as a last resort can be. Never thought I'd be eating ketchup for dinner. Just appreciate the fact that you're eating anything at all. This might just be the last thing we eat for a while. I hope it's not the last thing we ever eat. I do not want my last meal to be tomato sauce. Stop playing with your food and eat up. Sheesh, I'm going to. But don't expect me to be enthusiastic about this. It is in that moment that an ominous tune assaults your eardrums. Again? Can't even have dinner in peace. I'm fed up to the back teeth with this crap. Just try to ignore it. Not much we can do about it anyways. Like hell there isn't. I'll bury a body if I need to. You pull out the balcony key. Got balcony key. Let's explore a little bit. Crap, Mom, are you alright? Been better? This is what I meant when I said your father was useless. It's been way too long since you fucked on this bed. Alright, right. Cleaning closet. Inside are various supplies, such as trash bags. For a victim of starvation, you're still a very attractive woman. Detergent. Drinking this gets more and more tempting every day. Unlock the balcony door. Hey, jackass! Shut off that migraine of a musical number. Turn that crap off now, before I smash that stereo with your head. I don't think that worked. What? Nothing. Just wondering how you missed the gaping chasm between our apartments. Hey, I can make that jump. I'm just trying to intimidate him anyways. Then you need to make the threat believable. You're no athlete, and you're certainly no ringster. And even if you were, did you actually think he even heard your scream? He's got a whole rave going on in there. Fat chance. Right, but you agree that we have to do something. So indulge me. Do you have a better plan? My first instinct is to find a way to bridge the gap. Though we're running short on tightropes last I checked. Not running short on bridges though. Huh. For once, your good-for-nothing father's laziness is going to be of use. Follow me. Okay. Guess you'll have to set something up to cross. And we know what that's going to be. Wooden plank. Wooden plank is set down. Oh, demons from hell, hear my plea. Oh, the unholy ones, I come seeking your advice. God damn it. What am I doing wrong? I thought that was perfect. I knew I should have killed that guy when I had the chance. Guess you could always roleplay if you have nothing better to do. What do you make of all this? I've seen more authentic seances at cheesy Halloween parties. In any case, things look safe enough to give this degenerate an earful. Huh? Did I just... Hey! What are you doing on my balcony? How does it matter? What's important here is why I'm here. Woman, I don't really, care why you're here. Breaking and entering is illegal anyways, you know. So is public disturbance, you cockhead. Now, if you don't want this to turn into a murder, I'd suggest you quiet down. Got that? Ha! You think you can threaten me? I'm protected by dark powers beyond your ken. Leave whence you came, lest you face my wrath. Look, mister, we didn't come here looking for trouble. I don't care if you're selling your soul to Satan, Cthulhu, or insurance companies. Just lower the volume in the future, all right? Right, sorry, yeah. Can you leave now? We'll hold you to that promise. Or they'll be playing that song at your funeral. Whatever, just get out. Come on, Mom, let's go. Hopefully he gets the message. Or we pissed him off. Pissed him off? Andrew, whose ears were being violated back there? Okay, I get it. Anyway, that aside, I reckon it's TV time. An ashtray. There are no cigarettes left to smoke, but it's still good for bashing things in. We may want to keep note of that for later. Ah, the remote is dead. Just push the buttons on the TV. Ugh, what a pain. Fine, I'll fetch some batteries for you. I always have to do everything around here. Yeah. What was you? What did you just say? Nothing. Alright, there were batteries back here last time. And there we are. Didn't you just go get the batteries? Why are you fiddling with the buttons? To prove a point. What was the point of getting the batteries in the first place? To prove a point. Okay, I get the point. You want me to help more around the house. Can't you just hand me the batteries now so we can watch the news? No need. I'm done anyways. Whatever. Thank you for tuning in. Today, we share with you some joyous developments in regards to the tainted water situation. We're happy to announce that all apartments which the tainted water had been delivered to have been secured. It has been 3 months since the first incident was discovered, and the death toll is now at a comfy 53 total. No biggie. And the quarantine period for those who are at risk has been extended by another 2 weeks. Again? And to our friends in quarantine, thank you for keeping your disgusting, parasite-infested bodies far, far away from me. Sorry, it's thank you for your continued consideration to the public's safety. That's all for today. Cheers. I'm going to bed. You decide to do the same. I just hope you'll be alright. It should be fine. Probably going to take a while though. They have to make sure we're parasite free. Promise you'll come see me as soon as you get out. I promise. It's so lonely when you're not with me. That makes 2 of us then. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll be let out sooner or later. I look forward to getting out and getting back to college. Yeah, I miss hearing you nerd out about all the places we could visit. I'd do anything to hear your voice again in person. Whenever I try to call, your mom usually says you're busy. Does she now? Oh, did you say something? It's not important. Look, call whenever you want and I promise I'll make time for you. Mi vida. You're still such a sap. Oh, come on, you're into it. But I can always be more gruff, if you'd prefer that. Oh, heck no. I wouldn't be with you if I didn't like it. Let's never change things between us, okay? I don't plan to. Anyway, I need to go see my sister. She's helping me study. So I better get to that. Call you later? Sure thing. Tell her I said hi. I will. I love you. I know you do. To be young and in love. Did you need something? Not really. Well then. You shouldn't get your hopes up, you know. What? You have no idea how long we're going to be in here. Don't be disappointed if she can't play the waiting game. And your point is? It's not fair to string a girl along like that. But what do I know? I'm just an old hag whose husband left her. I just don't want to see you get hurt. Mom, Forget it. I'll make us some dinner. Alright, this won't hurt a bit. The nurse sticks a needle in you. It hurts like a motherfucker. There we go. And now you. How long do we have to stay home? The results from your blood work will be done tomorrow. So if everything is well, you're free to come and go as you please after that. And if not, then you'll get to see what happens if not. This hardly seems legal. It probably isn't, but I'm just doing my job. You can let the wardens know if you need anything. Some courtesy and professionalism would be nice. Anyway, are you done now? Because you're welcome to get lost. Rude, but I'm done. So I'll get out of your hair. Take care. Finally stopped ignoring my calls, huh? Renee? Oh, hello. Odd hour to be calling. You. So, can I help you with anything? I have nothing to say to you. Where is my husband? He's not. He's not here at the moment. I can take a message for him if you'd like that, though. I told you already. I have nothing to say to you. I'll call later. Renee, wait, please. What? Look, I know we don't really see eye to eye much. That right. Can we get things straight between us? There's lots of tension every time we talk. I know things between and you ended badly, but just, every time we call, it's just insult after insult. I want to help you, but I don't need your sympathy, nor your excuses. I called this number for a reason, and it sure isn't to be your friend. Need I remind you that you took my husband away? I don't need you taking my dignity, too. You call us for help, and I sincerely want to help you out, but I'm willing. But he refuses to help with the way things are between us. And you know how he is. He just won't budge on these things. Since when exactly has he worn the pants in the relationship? I don't know what went down between you two. But I want us to get along for the future, Renee. So things can be better for your own sake, even after this is all over. Things could be also better for Andrew's sake. You keep his name out of your mouth. You know what? I don't need help from either of you. Neither from you, nor from that spineless bastard. Renee, nothing. Fuck him and fuck you too. I'll live with or without his help. After reminiscing all night, you wake up, as one does. Instead of ruminating upon your misery, you decide to clean the house up a bit. Notice the lack of mention of Ashley. I suppose we'll get some, information on that soon. And I guess that makes sense for, I forget his name, but Renee's husband just disappears since she is kind of the replacement for Ashley in this mod. Things to clean up. I can get this mop. Yeah, okay, and I can get the dirt stains. Somewhere. Maybe I don't? The hell do I do with this thing? I thought I had to mop up some, dirt from the floor. I guess that's not the case here. I do remember the laundry being a thing. Oh, you're cleaning. Don't you think that's a waste of energy? It'd be less of a waste of my energy if you helped a bit. Perhaps you'd like to make good on last night's chit-chat. Now's a good time to help your poor mother out. Pass. I'll help when it's work that needs to be done. I wouldn't expect a young man to understand tidiness. Come to think of it, do we even have any detergent left? I don't know, Andrew, that's a really good question. Andrew is too exhausted to chat. What are you, one of those don't talk to me until I've had my coffee kind of people? Here's some detergent. Laundry is running. Toilet is clean. Renee's about to pass out. And you're feeling dizzy. Damn it, Mom, I knew you'd overdo it. Good news once again. Some of you may have heard from your loved ones that there's been supply shortages in the quarantined households. Well, boy, are we pleased to announce that all of that has been taken care of. It has? Does it look like I'm eating right now? On that note, we'd like to remind all of you not to enter the contaminated apartments. No, your friends don't need anything from you. Everything is taken care of. Should you still feel the urge to help, the staff will be administering bullets directly into your brain as a thank you. I hope that clears things up a bit. Moving on to our next story, a brand new art museum will be... You drift back into unconsciousness. You wonder who that could be at this hour. Hello? Renee? Wow. Look who decided to grow a pair. Got tired of sending her to fight your battles for you? There's no need to make a mountain out of a molehill. Can't we just do what's best for everyone? You mean what's best for you? Which, from what I can gather, is you and that cocksucker getting your happily ever after. While your son and I rot in this cooped up apartment. Well, I had a chat with the wardens, and they said you and Andrew were being looked after. Wake up, sunshine. Maybe they're lying to you? Or are you just convincing yourself we're fine so that you can sleep at night? Do I need to remind you that your son is stuck in here as well? Can you, Renee, please, just tell me what you want. Just name it and I'll see what I can do. I want you to help us. Get us food or get us out, I don't care. Get off your ass and be a man. Bottom line, do something. Renee, you know I can't do any of that. We both saw the news. I can't help in that way. Never change. You're still the same feeble creature I remember. Listen, Renee, You're asking too much of us. I can't break the law. I've told you before, I just can't help the way you want me to. You've offered no alternatives. Just admit that you want us gone from your life. Own up to it, coward. Fine then. Renee, never call again. You and all your problems, I want them out of my life forever. I want and I to be left alone. Do you understand? You actually... Do I disturb some painfully boring vanilla sex whenever I call? It must be so frustrating to be reminded of what you lost. Renee, what? Was it worth it to just leave us like that? Was a quick pump and dump worth more than your son? Stop it. Renee, we're adults. Let's talk like adults. Boy, wish I had that opportunity when you first began thinking of packing your life away and screwing off. I said stop it, please. She really can't deal with any stress right now. But your son and I can deal with all the stress in the world, right? Is that what you thought when you decided to prance away into La La Land and avoid all your responsibilities? I'm serious, Renee. If you don't, I'll get a restraining order. Why the hell would you need a restraining order? We're literally stuck in here, asshole. Oh my god. I think you woke her up. I'll be right there, honey. Look, Renee, I've moved on. And you need to too. Please don't call me again. And tell Anders I'm proud of him. You fucking asshole. God damn it. How did I marry that piece of... Mom? The hell's going on? What's on your mind? Do you love me? Of course I do. Mom, where'd that even come from? Will you ever leave me? What? Of course not. Your father told me the same thing when we started seeing each other. We met in middle school, and when I asked him those same questions, he said the same damn things you did just now. That he'd always be there, no matter what. And look at us now. It won't be like that with me, Mom. I'll always be around. And I'll make good on those promises, okay? Do you promise you won't leave me too? I know it's not like me to get all sappy, but I really mean it. I'll be in your life one way or the other, thick or thin. Though I think we could do with a bit less thick, don't you think? Damn right. Thank you, Andrew. I don't know what I'd do without you. It's the least I can do. Let's get you to bed now. You quickly fall asleep. Now that you've been out for who knows how long, you figure you should check on your son. Where did our son go? Someone from your apartment is getting hauled into an ambulance. Hey, me too! People are yelling from their windows and balconies. I need some help too. Please, please, I'm starving. Soon the ambulance leaves in a hurry. Color me surprised. They actually got that person some help. I figured they just let her die. I don't know. She wasn't really moving. Sirens wouldn't blare for a corpse, though. They don't blare for the living either, apparently. Nobody came for me when I fainted. Assuming you called in the first place. I'm not that irresponsible. Right. Well, I don't know what went on just now. Maybe she went into labor. Odd thing to point out, but I can't rule it out. Right. Say, what if I tried to... Mom, stop. Gross. First of all, you're my mom. You can't just say that. Second of all, how do you propose that even happens? Andrew, let me finish. I was going to suggest trying it with the weirdo next door, maybe. Think I can convince him to do it with me as payback for last time? Mom? Does the word appropriateness not ring a bell for you? Ha, your mom was young too once upon a time. As if I'd like to hear any of this anyways. Oh, someone doesn't like the idea of having a younger sibling? I had a younger sibling, remember? Sheesh, I thought he'd be over that by now. You might have gone a bit too far there. You hope Andrew isn't too upset. You're so exhausted. But after sleeping for a few hours, or maybe a few days, who knows, you're fully revitalized and bursting with energy. Apparently. Oh, you silly lazy bones. What day is it? How long have you been locked in your apartment now? And where the hell does Andrew get the energy to make so much noise? He is attempting to kick the door in. Or out, depending on your perspective. Andrew, dear, give it up. The door is clearly barred from the other side. And the sky is blue. There's no harm in trying anyways. If you don't stop banging on the door, I won't be bringing you any food tonight. Har har har. Nice one. You lot haven't brought Jack since who knows how long. The delivery truck that's on the way as we speak begs to defer. But I guess you're okay with filling up your stomachs with senseless noise instead. You can't be serious. Sure can. So shut your gob while I'm still not pissed, or I'll shut it up for you. The man's footsteps fade away. I screwed that up for us, didn't I? Don't be naive. I'd sooner put my life savings into the lotto than trust a word from their mouths. Sure, I guess. What if he's not lying, though? Beats me. We'll know for certain tonight. It can't come any sooner. Soon night came, and lo and behold, no food anyways. Anything you'd like to talk about? I got nothing. Nothing at all? So, parasites. It's been a few months. Are you feeling anything? Hunger and back pain, but that comes with age. You'd think something would be happening to us by now. But I haven't noticed anything. That nurse never came back either. Like, aren't we supposed to be monitored? Maybe they think we're going to die no matter what. The only thing killing us right now is the hunger, which is their fault. Maybe eating makes it worse. Wouldn't they tell us that? And if that's true, then what's the point? Let us die of starvation so we don't die of parasites? If those are my options, I might as well get to choose how I die. And in that case, jumping off the balcony seems like a decent option. Andrew? What? Are you seriously implying that suicide would be preferable to all this? I didn't say that. I just said if it was a choice between that and starving. Don't scare me by talking like that. Honestly, aside from the starvation, I like it here. Come again. You know, just the two of us. Oh yeah, it's great. Quality mother and son time debating the merits of death by starvation or auto-defenestration. Auto what now? The act of throwing oneself out of a window. You're still thinking about that. Well, you are the one who said you liked the quality time we're sharing. And it would be pretty romantic. Excuse me? What? You don't see it? Just imagine hitting the ground together. And with such force, our bodies turn into a pile of gory mush, never to be separated. Our remains would get so tangled up, they'd have to bury us together in the same coffin. Does your girlfriend know about your plans for romance? Well, romance and romantic are two different things. See, it all goes back to artistic movements in the early 19th century. The neighbor starts blasting his favorite ritual music for all to hear. Right, he's just taking the mickey out of us now. Time to... You feel like you should check up on that. There's no response. It's too dark to see inside, but you can hear your neighbor's voice well enough. My lord, you've come. And you're a little smaller than I imagined. I mean, better than I imagined. Sounds like he's talking to someone. Not our problem, Andrew. Now, help me find a way in there. Door unlocked. I told you to knock it off with the... Hey, you're not supposed to be in here. What the hell is that? Tar soul. Hello? Who soul do you offer? Wait, my lord. I'm the one who summoned you. Him. I offer him. Darkness clouds your vision, and you cannot see what is happening. We will meet again, Tar Soul. By the time your vision returns, the entity has vanished. On the ground lays the lifeless body of the cultist. You saw that too, right? Please tell me I'm dreaming. What do we do now? We could look for some food. I think we have more pressing matters right now. Besides, I doubt his food situation was better than ours, given that he was resorting to whatever the fuck all that was. Maybe not, but it's still worth a look. And for God's sake, let's turn off this music. It's driving me insane. I agree. That's a lot of meat, you think to yourself. What? Out loud, apparently. Though I mean, is it still illegal if we didn't kill the guy? You actually want to eat him? Isn't that what you were insinuating? It was just an observation. But we can't. If we do eat him, then that's it for us. There's no way we wouldn't get caught once they finally let us out. Well, is it really our fault if it wasn't us that killed him? It was that weird thing's fault. Officers, it was the demon that killed him. We just happened to be there to eat his corpse. Yes, that will totally convince them of our innocence. Right. I can see why they'd have a hard time buying that. Hell, I think just messing with the corpse is a crime. Well, we've already dug ourselves deep into that hole, sweetheart. Now that we're here, we might as well consider our position. It's not our fault we're hungry enough to consider it. Will the staff here admit that they didn't give us food, though? Highly doubt it, but what other choice do we have? I've just about made up my mind about what I want to do. We deserve to be fed too. So are you going to help me with this? Andrew, I'm expecting an answer. Yeah. Good boy. Let's find something to cut him up with. Oh my god. Got a cleaver. So, you get the arms. I'll handle the legs. First you chop off the cultist's left arm. Next up is the right arm. We can't carry him out in the open like this. Just be quick about it. No, can't you go get some plastic bags or something? I'll take care of the rest in the meanwhile, I guess. I'm counting on you, Andrew. You hand him the cleaver. Alright, plastic bags. The trash bags will probably suffice, which are in here. Plastic bags. And let's pack them all up. A small problem presents itself. The plastic bags aren't big enough to fit the whole torso in them. Crap. I don't think we can cut through the spine either. Just fold them over. I don't think that's going to work. Let me show you. Yeah, see? If anyone happens to be looking out of their window, it'll be a disaster. Maybe if I use 2 bags. Mom, that isn't going to... See? Easy as pie. Good God, no. Don't make me laugh at this. I didn't make you do anything. Alright. Enough. Gather the limbs up and go. There should be plenty enough room for them in our freezer. I'll stuff the torso and head in his freezer for now. While you're at it, I'll cook us some dinner. I'll, be looking forward to it. As much as I can at any rate. Alright, making a meal for us then. Oh, freezer, right. You place the severed limbs in the freezer. Now which one do you want to eat? I'll do the left leg. Alright, time to cook. You fry some meat. Dinner's ready. So, what are we having here? Fried fillet of ass-old neighbor. My own invention. You won't find it in the cookbook. I suppose not. Anyway, are you going to eat? You dig into the evening's dinner. How is it? It's actually pretty good. Probably thanks to my excellent cooking skills. Might be worth a try then. Andrew takes a bite out of your cooking. Ugh. You don't think he likes it. Should have seen that coming. It definitely could have gone worse. So, how was it? It's fine. Really? You're not just saying that? Well, if you ignore the fact that it's good. You, don't look like you enjoyed it that much. I did, Mom. It's just, there's more to it than that. Oh, I guess you're right. I don't want to be rude. I know, Andrew. This is the last food we might get for a while, though. I don't want it going to waste. Can you finish it to ease my mind, sweetheart? I can try, Mom. That's my boy. Under your watchful eye, he slowly finishes his plate. Well done, Andrew. I'm proud of you. I don't feel too proud of myself. I know it feels strange, Andrew. It does for me too. But look on the bright side. It cost an arm and a leg to buy a good steak before all this started. Get it? An arm and a leg? Not funny, Mom. But still, thanks for doing this. I don't want you to think I'm ungrateful. Don't worry about that, Andrew. Tell you what, tomorrow, I'll try the same recipe, but with coriander. That sounds good, Mom. Can I be excused? I'll clear the table, of course. Thank you, Andrew. I'll get some sleep. Good night. You fall asleep, somewhat content with your life decisions. Andrew, is there something you want to tell me? I thought you wanted me to help you with the shopping list. That was just to get you away from your sister. You and I have something to talk about. Oh, what thing? Oh, I think you know, mister. You and Ashley are hiding something from me. You've been acting weird all afternoon, and Ashley's been even more insufferable than usual. So you better fess up. I'm waiting, Andrew. She, killed a squirrel. Yeah, that's it. Wow, that must have really upset you. Yeah, I'll be having nightmares for weeks. I won't get in trouble, will I? Not as much trouble as you'll be in if you don't stop lying. I'm not lying. You're a bad liar, Andrew. Now tell me the truth, or so help me. I'm going to count to 3. You really don't want to know what happens after that. Mom, don't. 1, 2, 3. Lily made me do it. What do you mean? What did she make you do? Nothing. Forget what I said. This isn't working. I need to try another approach. Mom, I'm sorry, Calm down, Andrew. Just tell me what happened. It's just, Lily said I couldn't tell anyone. You know you can tell me anything. Okay, but please don't get mad. Well, I can't really promise that. I promise not to get mad at you, Andrew. Really? Really? Alright then, I guess. Now, just tell me what happened. Well, there's this girl in my class. Nina? Yeah. I like her. She seems nice. Yeah, well, I think Ashley got jealous of her and, well, did she hurt her? I think I should just show you. Oh, alright, I suppose. You get the urge right then and there to leave this alone. Something tells you that you'd rather not find out where this rabbit hole goes. But another part knows that there's no going back now. Lead the way, sweetheart. This is the place. You were playing in here? This place seems dangerous, Andrew. I know, but Lily likes to hang out here. And you did say that I should look after her. I did, didn't I? Just another thing that comes back to bite me. So, what did you want to show me? In that crate over there. She's probably still asleep, but she's going to be mad when she gets out. She? What the hell did you two do, Andrew? What am I going to find in here, Andrew? You said you wouldn't get mad. You opened the crate. Oh my god. Oh my god. Mom? No. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. Why? Why did they kill her? How could this happen? Those two little psychos. How did I not? How did I fuck up this bad? Andrew, you. Do you have any idea what you've do? You promised you wouldn't get mad. You said I should help Lily with anything. I didn't mean to. Andrew, look at me. We're going to fix this. Things are going to be okay. Mama's here. You take your frightened, broken boy into your arms. Calm down. Everything will be all right. I am sorry, Mom. Shh. There's no need to worry. Mommy will find a way to fix this. Shh. There. You hold your son until he calms down. Feeling better? Not really. I'm going to prison for the rest of my life, aren't I? No, Andrew. No one is taking you away from me. But when they find the bod, we'll just have to make sure they won't. How do we do that? Her family's probably already looking for her. Andrew, do you trust me? Yes. We're going to play a little game now. We'll find the girl a nice, secret place to lay her to rest in. And then we can try to forget this ever happened. I guess that works. Good then. Now help me out a bit. We need something to wrap her in. Look around and see what you can find. Okay, but where will we put her? Leave that to me. I know somewhere. And what about Lily? She won't be happy that I told you. Let's hurry this up and deal with that later, okay? Spit Spot, come on. Well, I suppose let's go take care of this. How do I get out of here again? Oh, I need to get something too. Think you could help me move this one? I don't know. I think it's too big and heavy. That's alright. I don't want you to hurt yourself. This should do nicely. Got tarp. You wrap the girl's corpse in the tarp and carry her away. This is my fault. How did I fuck up so bad? I'm the worst mother ever. Andrew has always been such a good boy, and I let that devil do this to him. I should have never let him out of my sight. It's finally come back to bite me. I need to make this right. And I think I know just the way to do it. I couldn't find a shovel, but I think these wooden planks will do. I tested them a bit and they seem to dig okay. That should work. Just watch out for splinters. Yeah, sure. Now, Andrew, I need you to follow my lead, and everything will turn out fine. Alright, I guess we should find somewhere to start digging. Got a wooden plank. Maybe here. There doesn't seem to be any roots in the way. You chose a good spot here. Thanks, Mom. Getting tired? Yeah, it's way harder than I thought it would be. It's okay, sweetheart. You've done enough. It looks like she fits in there anyways right now. Why don't you help me get her in? Think you can do that for me? Sure. You and Andrew lift Nina's body into the grave. Crap, this doesn't look natural at all. Language, Andrew. But never mind, it looks fine to me. You know it's going to be found no matter what, but at least this way you buy some time. I don't know, it looks a bit too obvious. It needs to be hidden more. I'm sure it will be fine, Andrew. But hey, if it makes you feel better, we can hide it with some leaves and the like. Let's, get those. More foliage. Am I a good mom, Andrew? What? Never mind, just mommy being silly. Of course I'm a good mother. Hell, I'm a goddamn saint at it. Andrew is a good boy too. This all happened because of that little hell spawn. Once she's out of our lives, things will get better. Just me, hubby, and my baby boy. Mom? Oh, sorry, did you say something, sweetie? Just that we need something to weigh it down, so it doesn't get blown away by the next breeze. Smart thinking. Let's find some rocks. Or a rock? There we go. Are you sure this will be okay? What if the police show up with dogs and... Don't worry about that, Andrew. You let me deal with that. But how do you... Don't worry your head. I said I'd deal with it. Now why don't you find a brush to hide those planks? Mama will make sure this stays well hidden. Okay. Now I just need a small stone. Perfect. Mom? Andrew, you startled me. Sorry, I hid the planks. Oh, that's good. Very good. I think we're done here for the day. See, it wasn't that hard, wasn't it? Everything is going to be just fine. Are you sure? Andrew, trust me. You won't get in any trouble. But I need you to promise me one thing. From now on, spend less time with your sister. But you said before, I know what I said, Andrew. But things are going to be different from now on. If she asks you to do something, you come find me, and I'll give you something else to do. Is she going to be in trouble? Like I said, Andrew, you let Mama worry about that. Now, let's get you home. Just look at how dirty you got. We need to get you cleaned up. You're absolutely filthy. Mom, stop that. Now don't worry about anything anymore. You can forget all about this. Just remember to always listen to me. Ashley was here, you see. Oh boy. You wake up from the dream. You immediately feel a weight pressing down on the foot of the bed. Andrew? Oh, you're awake. Are you having trouble sleeping? Well, yeah, kind of. Is it about dinner? Andrew, we've been over this. It was either that or starvation. Yeah, but did we really have to, you know? God, we mutilated and ate a corpse. Look on the bright side, Andrew. At least we didn't kill him. As if that's any consolation. Hey, you barely said anything when you were chowing down. God. Look, Mom, we weren't thinking straight. The hunger was making us crazy, okay? Oh, really? You know I had an idea that could have helped with that. But every time I brought it up, a certain someone got uptight. What? Your idea of fucking the wardens for food? It probably wouldn't have worked. You'd have thrown away your dignity for nothing. And why do you keep bringing that up, Mom? It's weird. I'm just reminding you that sometimes you ought to trust me with my ideas. Plus, I'm communicating with you beforehand. You'd rather I do it without at least asking? In any case, we had other options. That's all I meant. Again, just reminding you. Side note, why are you always being so puritanical about the whole idea anyways? I mean, you've been complaining to me about how hard it is to find a good man since Dad left. It stands to reason that maybe that also extends to situations like this. Surely, those guys weren't good men. Andrew, right now it's a different world. Sometimes, there are perks to being a woman. It wouldn't be the first time that I had to make use of those perks. God, Jesus, Mom, why are you being so weird about it? You have a lot to learn about women, Andrew. Does that girlfriend of yours know that her boyfriend's this much of a prude? Sorry. I'm just on edge about everything at the moment. I understand. I keep wondering if we could have done things differently. Trust me, Andrew, we couldn't let the wardens find the body. There's no way they believe whatever actually happened in there. You're probably right. Sorry for waking you, Mom. Andrew, wait. Is there something else? Come on, tell me. It's just, I couldn't get his head off. Pardon? Like, he didn't fit in the freezer proper. So I needed to chop his head off, but I couldn't cut it. His spine was too... Anyway, I kinda just, kept cutting around, and then pulled it off. Like some plants, I don't know. I keep thinking about it. I can't fucking sleep, Mom, it's... My poor baby. What's wrong with me, Mom? Andrew, if there's anything wrong with you, then there's something wrong with me. Because if I could do it over again, I'd do the same thing. Hell, I'd open a cannibal gourmet restaurant if it meant you wouldn't go hungry. Seriously. Seriously. Anything to make sure my boy is fed. Thanks, Mom. I worry that someone will find out. Why would they? It's not like they ever open our door. I guess. Everything will be fine, Andrew. I'll make sure of it. So, think you'll be able to sleep it off now? Not really. Sorry, Mom. I'll go back to my room. Hey, remember when I used to read you those bedtime stories? What? What was the one that we really liked, about the two monsters? Why bring this up now? Doesn't this remind you of that? The mom monster who loved her baby so much, she'd gobble up anyone who tried to hurt him, no matter who they were. Yeah, I remember. The story of Hurricane, right? It was actually based on an old poem. At least that's what I learned in college. Yeah, that one. I always saw a bit of myself in Hurricane's mom. I can see the parallels, I guess. Remember, we do still have the book. Well, whoever wrote that book changed it to make this story more marketable to kids. Turns out, Hurricane's mom ended up eating him herself in the original text. Oh. Yeah. She gets such a taste for eating living things, she ends up eating her son, too. Guess the publisher opted for the happy ending. Typical commercialization of literature. Well, you are such an adorable young man. Sometimes I feel like I could eat you right up. Mom, that's not funny. Sorry. But my point is, I'll do whatever it takes to make sure you're safe. Just like Hurricane's mom. In the, censored version, of course. I get that, Mom. Thanks. So, do you remember how it went? Come on, you start. Say the words. I know you remember them. Andrew. Stop that, Mom. I'm not a kid anymore. Oh, Andrew. Just this one time, for me? Alright, Mom. To keep him safe, she roamed the night. With claw and fang, she'd stand and fight. Wild beasts she slew, and hunters too. Her strength in blood and marrow grew. Looks like you remember it just fine. Guess I do. We need to get out of here. Here as in this fucking apartment. Let's just leave. Like we should have done months ago. Now that we have food, wouldn't you rather wait until they let us out? Hell no, I don't. They'd throw us in jail right after. And I don't know which is worse. Withering in this coffin of a house, or getting railed in prison. Point taken. Wouldn't be the first time I helped my little man escape the consequences of his actions. My actions? Never mind. Anywho, becoming fugitives honestly doesn't sound like the safest option. I'd rather take our chances out there than be stuck in here when they find out what we did. And they will find out. Fair enough. I suppose if anyone tries to stop us, we can eat them too. Just like in the story. Seriously, Mom? I can't help it, sorry. So, any ideas on how we get out of this coffin? Maybe one or two. But we can talk more about that in the morning. I just want to sleep now. Will you be able to sleep better now? I don't know, maybe. You know, Andrew, you can stay here if it'll help. Really? Of course, sweetheart. If it gets you a good night's sleep. I'd like that. Good night, Mom. Good night, baby. Sleep tight. Your son rests his head in your lap until he drifts off to sleep. I love you, Andrew. Your body has absorbed some delicious nutrients, and you're feeling mighty better today. There's a note here. There's a note on the pillow. It reads, awaiting thy arrival back at the cultist lair, Hurricane. Thank God it isn't a suicide note. Guess I should see what he has in mind. Alright. Oh, wait a minute. Just as you were about to join Andrew, you hear knocking and someone's voice. Still alive and kicking, are you? The warden is outside the neighbor's apartment, but you can still hear his voice from here. You've been quiet lately, pal. I'm getting a little worried here. Oh God. Andrew! You can't risk the warden finding your son in the cultist room. You need to think fast. Hey, we need to talk. Yeah, I'll get to you in a minute, lady. Just need to check on this guy first. But I need something from you. Look, if this is about the food thing, it's not food I have a craving for right now. What do you mean? Truth be told, I haven't been able to get you out of my mind lately. And well, I'd be lying if I told you I didn't like what I was seeing. So I have to ask, did you like what you saw? Are you serious? Come on in, and I'll show you just how serious I am. Lady, I can't just do that. How do I know you won't slit my throat or something? The idea may have crossed your mind, but no need to tell him that. I'm sexually frustrated, not homicidal. Besides, I bet they don't pay you well enough to say no to this. You're right, they don't. Stand away from the door, missus. I'm coming in. Wow. Lockdown's been kind to you, miss. Graves, Mrs. Graves, flattery will get you everywhere with me. Mrs.? Husband still in the picture? No, not for a long time. What about that brooding brat of yours? Andrew, please. I gave birth to that boy and let him live under my roof for 22 years. Least he can do is wait on the balcony while I have some fun for an hour. Or two. 2 hours? As long as you like, handsome. Really? Oh, what the hell. Dave can have the 302 lady for himself. So, where do you want to do this? I might have a place in mind. Follow me. You need to distract the warden long enough for Andrew to clean up in the neighbor's apartment. You normally wouldn't be caught whoring yourself to the sleazeball, but sacrifices must be made. You want to do it in your son's bed? You are one wild bitch. I don't. I'm just making sure he's not in here. Lots of geeky stuff in here. He seems like he's a bit of a pencil neck. He's into literature and poetry, studied it at college. Wish he spent his time on something more useful, but what can you do? Hope you didn't invest too much in him. The warden is really getting on your nerves. No one gets to belittle Andrew's poor life choices but you, damn it. Just checking to see what options we have here. I suppose we'll go to the bedroom. Want to do it in here? Not really. It reminds me too much of my husband. Not a happy marriage? It used to be. Not that it's any of this guy's business. Oh, so okay. I guess we have the laundry room. What is she gonna do in there? In here? You sure? Trust me, you haven't lived until you've done it on a running washing machine. Is that so? You turn on the washing machine. Hopefully it will stop the warden from hearing Andrew if he comes back inside. Well, don't keep me waiting. You really are one kinky bitch, you know that? I'm one lucky bastard. Oh. Oh. You don't feel too pleased with Andrew right now. By the look on his face, the feeling is mutual. Why did you do that? I thought he was. That you were coming to save me? My knight in less than shining armor? I was saving you here, mister. Do you have any idea what would have happened if he had found you in there? And what do you think would have happened when you finished? Warden walks in, a whole completely edible if dead person is suspiciously missing. He'd come to us for answers and immediately solve the mystery once he takes a look inside our freezer. So you just hacked him to death right here in our apartment instead. Ruining one of my favorite blouses in the process, I might add. Better take him by surprise. Your son's arguments have a twisted kind of logic to them. But something about this doesn't sit right with you. Is that the only reason, or are you still concerned for my dignity? I'm just taking the path of least resistance. Sure you are. Listen, Andrew, I would have given my right leg to never have to touch that pig. But I'm more than capable of deciding what to do with myself, even if that means, well, I know that, Mom, Look, never mind. There's now another corpse in our apartment. Let's just consider our next steps carefully. Well, on that topic, I think I might have found something useful in the cultist's little book. I'll come look at it. First, I'll need to shower and get changed. Yeah, sure. Alone. Oh, right. Andrew awkwardly leaves and you start the shower. When you're done and feeling refreshed, you change into some curiously similar but bloodstain-free clothes. You of course try to ignore the bloody corpse on the bathroom floor. So what do you have in mind? Well, I was looking at this demon summoning instruction manual book thing. You saw what happened to the guy that was messing around with that book, right? Doesn't really strike me as a role model we'd like to emulate. I mean, he was successful to some degree. Also, the demon probably knows us by now. And since we're almost certainly in deep shit with the law after everything that happened, we're just about destined for hell anyways. The way I see it, we've got little to lose as it stands. So you want to ask that thing to get us out of here? Well, I wouldn't want to get out of here the same way the cultist did. But I do think this is our best bet for now. So what will we ask from it? I don't know yet. Okay, then what will we bargain with? I don't know that either. I was hoping you'd put a bit more thought into this. I just hacked a man to death. Give me a minute. It says here demons prefer human souls, so obviously it's gotta be that. Hate to be the one to point it out, but we did have a perfectly good soul a few minutes ago. Besides, haven't I already technically given that thing a soul? It didn't give me anything in return. Perhaps because we didn't actually set up the ritual in the first place. I wish demon summoning was a bit more straightforward. Look, if we follow the instructions exactly, it should work out better for us. Provided we find a sacrifice and we don't screw it up some other way. Well, have you really lived if you don't summon at least one supernatural entity before you die? What the heck. What do we need then? I'm not done reading yet, but you can start by replacing the candles for now. There's nothing interesting in the closet. Alright, so we're going to replace the candles, so we need these. And we need that. I had a thought. Why are we doing all this when we can just leave? We can. Well, we don't have to worry about the warden anymore. Shouldn't we at least check to see if the coast is clear? I guess it wouldn't hurt to look. Great, well, let's grab the warden's key then. Alright, right, the other room, okay. Let's see. The warden is very dead. Anything else to say about this? Not really. Why did you come in here anyway? Like I said, I thought he was going to, you know. I mean, surely you didn't actually want to get it on with this guy. Wouldn't be the first time I had awful sex. Good Lord, the stories I can tell. For the love of God, no. Andrew, you're a man, so I don't expect you to understand. But sometimes, we women have to do certain things for certain reasons, even if we don't want to. Not even going to comment on that. Shame, really. I would have expected a thank you for those last few months I spent with your dad. Mom. Room 404 and 405 key. Alright. So we can just get up on out of here now, I guess. No, it's just as locked as your door. So then... Oh, can we go? Okay. We're not going in the bathroom. Alright, so we can try to get out of our room. Or our apartments. Here we are. At last, you unlock the door and... this sequence is happening over here. Mom, before we go... I need to know you have my back. If anyone finds out what we did here... What we did? I believe what happened with the warden was all your decision, Andrew. And I know you'll never let me hear the end of it. And if you want to nag me about it till the end of time, that's fine. But I need you to promise you won't screw me over. Screw you over how? If you went to the police, why would I do that? You're the only witness. If you say something to the wrong person, it could put me away forever. And here I thought we trusted each other. You think I'm going to turn you in because I'm upset about the warden, is that right? You tell me. I wouldn't know what you're thinking. But I need to know. I need to know you won't snitch on me, so you can go sleep around with. Andrew Graves, how dare you? The nerve of you, speaking to your mother that way. I'm scared, Mom. I know that, Andrew. I need to know I can still trust you. My fingerprints are all over what's left of our neighbor. I'm no lawyer, but I'm pretty sure I'd get done for being your accomplice. Now, why don't we get going? See what's out there. Yeah, I guess. That's my good boy. Though, Andrew... You can always trust me. Remember what I told you last night. Anyone who tries to hurt you will have to go through me. And like Hurricane's mom, I have a taste for human flesh. Tell me you're joking. You're so adorable when you get nervous like this. Is that why you get off on messing with me? Maybe. You're less cute when you act like a brat. Sorry. I'm sure you'll have plenty more opportunities to see me get nervous. I'm pretty sure it's your default setting. Ha. Now, what do you say you and I get out of here? By all means, lead the way. Alright, let's get up out of here. So, we have the keys to 405. The door to the staircase is locked. Some emergency exit this is. Indeed, the elevator is also out of order. Because of course it is. What's in 401? Ah, right. Room 302. Here's a key here. Looks like a surveillance camera. Oh crap, are we on it? No, looks like it's only recording the second floor. Huh, let me see. Great, there's another warden there. Is that a gun holster? Didn't the other warden have one? Let's go shoot this guy. Nope, he only had the key to our apartment and a walkie-talkie. Think there's a warden on every floor? Nah, they probably work in pairs. It's not like they have to do anything else than keep curious people away. And pretend to feed us, I guess. Well, even then, how are we getting around him? Don't ask me. Ah, there's a key right here. 4th floor key. Note on the fridge reads, "Notice, from now on, AB types won't be given supplies unless there's a good reason to do so." And so we're clear, the ladies from 302 and 404 being hot is not a good reason. Stop asking. Half-eaten cup of noodles. Aren't we from 404? We are. So we're talking about Mother. Okay. So now we can probably go to the 3rd floor. And we have, what, a key to 302. And here's this lady again. Hey, hold up. Don't you dare come any closer. Who are you? Your neighbors from upstairs. What are you doing here? Get out. Well, we found the keys and thought you might want to get out of here. You thought wrong. Get lost. Huh? What don't you understand? You don't want to get out of here? That's what I said. Why would I want out? I get free food and can play games all day long. I live like a king. I hope this quarantine never ends. Wait. They actually bring you food? Of course. Literally anything I want. All you gotta do is ask nicely. Like bend over and open wide nicely? Mom. Fuck you. Get out. Both of you. Hey, did I give you my permission to go back there? I guess not. Well, that was something. That slut really thinks she's better than us. You were about to do the same thing with the warden. I was doing it to cover for you, before you decided to take matters into your own hands. I'm never gonna hear the end of this, am I? Anyways, I'm more concerned about leaving her there after she's seen us. Well, you could always do what you did with the warden. Of course, then she screams, and the other warden comes and shoots us. Ugh, this is so hopeless. I think our best bet is to finish the ritual and use it to get rid of the second warden. We could offer this whore instead. How on earth are we going to convince her lazy ass to even leave her room? No idea. Let's just finish setting up the ritual for now. Alright. Do you think she's pretty? What? I saw the way you looked at her. Oh, come on. Guess I am not the only one of us who has needs. And I don't see you worrying about your own dignity either. Why do you keep bringing this up? She's pretty, that's where it's... So pretty people can get it on, alright, but I can't? What exactly are you insinuating? That I'm old and ugly and can't be romantic? Where is this even coming from? You got that man into our house for crying out loud. Maybe he had low standards. That's what you took from everything that happened so far. What's gotten into you all of a sudden? Can you not see why I'd be bothered by my own mother screwing a total stranger in our own house? No, you're right. I guess this is different from that. Damn right it is. Alright, let's go back and do this ritual. We need blood and fire. So what's needed to finish this ritual setup? Draw some runes on the floor with blood. Not sure what runes though. I'll just redraw what that guy had already drawn. They seem to work. Alright, so wonder can I just go to the guy's corpse and... Useless? I don't know. At least we'll hear if the other warden tries to contact this one. Which then indicates time is running out for us. Big deal. At that point we're screwed anyway. Hey, what if we call the warden over with this and have the demon eat his soul? That's not a bad idea, actually. 2 birds with 1 stone. Though he'll come in guns blazing. Oh, right. Let me think. Here we are. Now we have blood and a walkie-talkie. So we can go ahead and get those runes situated. I have an idea. Oh? Let's have the lady from downstairs lure the warden up here with the walkie-talkie. And, how are we going to make her do that? You know how. Ha! Alright then, let's go convince her. Or was there something else that still needed to be set up? Just lighting the candles and turning on the audio. But I think it's best to do that once the warden is on his way. Yeah, wouldn't want to keep the demon waiting. Alright, let's go convince the lady. You two again? Sorry. There's one last thing we forgot to ask you. What? I thought I made myself clear. Huh? What do you want? Hey, get off me! Now, if you want to live, you'll say exactly what I tell you into this walkie-talkie. Huh? I want you to work your succubus magic and invite him up to room 405. Why do you... Never mind you. And if you try anything funny, you'll wish that you'd have never been born. No, please, I'll do it. I'll tell him anything. You better. You press the walkie-talkie on. Hello? Huh? Who's there? Hi, Dave, it's me. Where's Malcolm? Malcolm's here with me in room 405. Did you, care for a quick visit? A quick visit, huh? I mean, if you want to have a good time, that is. Well, I'll be. I'm always up for a good time, if you know what I mean. Was it room 405? I guess that weirdo really croaked. Nothing. I'll be right there, sweet cheeks. You cut the conversation there. Good. Now make sure she doesn't try any funny business on you. That's a given. You do know what kind of funny business I'm referring to, right? Mom. Now's not the time for that. Just go already. Fine. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Mom, catch. Andrew throws you something. Got lighter. You hurry back up to finish the ritual. Here goes nothing. Hey, who turned off the lights? We meet again, Tar Soul. Oh, hello. I am expecting an offering. What the hell are you even doing, Renee? Yeah, he should be here right about... I'm here. Now. It's kinda dark, huh? And I'm not doing it with this kind of music on, let's... Shocked, the warden reaches for his gun. He's all yours. What the... So, did you like it, him? Human with tar-colored soul. I give you this. Got unidentifiable small objects. Hold it for an occasional clairvoyant dream. To gauge the troubles ahead. Thanks. The entity has left. And you're still alive, unlike the warden. That could have gone a lot worse. I didn't even get to hear its name, nor did I get to ask for a favor. It just did whatever it wanted. In a way, I can respect that. Reminds me of myself. At least it took care of the warden. A clairvoyant dream could be an interesting novelty, too. You decide not to linger on the fact your soul is apparently a viscous, pitch-black mess. Guess you already knew that. Alright. Key to the second floor, and a gun. Where was this when I needed to make Andrew do his chores? Who am I kidding? That neighbor slut did really get on my nerves, though. And let us return. Sadly, your plans of splattering the lady's brains on the wall have been thwarted. Her corpse already rests on the bed. What the hell happened here? She tried to shoot me with a nail gun. Had to improvise. Weren't you supposed to be holding her in place? Yeah, I was, but I let go. And why would you do that? Well, you were taking a while, and it was getting uncomfortable. I reckon she wouldn't do anything as long as I had my cleaver, but... Because this keeps happening, again, and again, and again, and again. What are you talking about? This, Andrew. I'm talking about this whole routine we do that never changes. Seems a bit dehumanizing, really. Oh, you think this is funny? Making life harder for me is a big joke to you now, is it? Well, not particularly. You just what, exactly? I don't think you've learnt your lesson today. And I don't know if you ever will. We're dealing with life and death, but you keep making the same stupid mistakes. And each time I have to clean up after you. Or I have to do it for you in the first place, because you can't be bothered to do it right the first time. No, clearly you haven't learned a thing. You keep making decisions without consulting me. Does Mother Knows Best not ring a bell for you? I wasn't aware I still had to work off that particular principle. What with me being an adult and all. But you're right. I should have realized I need your permission to engage in basic self-defense. Should I get down on my knees and beg for forgiveness as well? Cut the crap, Andrew. You know what I'm talking about. You pulled this same stunt with the warden as well. Would you quit beating that dead horse? No, you're not getting off the hook for that one. You need to... Need to what? What even is there to talk about anymore? Let's say you fucked him. Let's say he had a grand old time. Hell, let's be optimistic, and let's say he even got us food because you're just that good. You watch your tone. And for the record, I am that good. Whatever, who cares? Just let me speak for once. Suppose I hung back and it all played out like you wanted. There was still the matter of the weirdo next door being hacked to bits, which the warden would have found out about eventually. And when he did, you and I would have been screwed, no matter how well you rocked his world. That's not the point, Andrew. You should have asked me. No buts. End of story. Would that be before or after he finished inside you? How can you speak to your own mother like that? Well, your reputation does precede you. You don't know what you're talking about. Oh, was all that self-advertisement as a borderline prostitute just bluffing? You think I actually wanted to have that bug inside of me? Only you can answer that. From the looks of it, you're still upset that I cut things short for you two lovebirds. You want to go down that route, huh? Well, maybe you can explain why you decided to take your chances with the lady. Pardon? You think I don't know how a young man's mind works? Why else would you let her go? I'm not naive about these things, you know. What? What the fuck? You think I'd jeopardize everything for that? Only you can answer that, Andrew, my dear. I know you miss your regular call girl. Maybe you just couldn't help yourself. Fuck you, Mom. And don't talk about her like that. Oh my, struck a nerve, did I? Lots of talk about me acting a whore, but you're dating one yourself. Don't you realize that you're setting yourself up to fail? You're prioritizing the town bicycle over your own mother. And for what? Some sordid fantasy about moving away and leaving me to rot? Is that the happily ever after you want? To leave me alone? What if I did? Ha! I knew it. So you go from giving me crap about the lady to giving me crap about the girl I'm dating? Which, need I remind you, is none of your business? God, this is the kind of thing that makes me long for the day I get to screw off and never come back. Can you even blame me for feeling that way? Oh, I could never blame you, Andrew. It's ingrained in your DNA to follow in your piece of shit father's footsteps, leaving the people in your life who supported you for nobodies. Forget this. Must be sad, knowing you'll probably never see her again. Doubt she'll want to have phone sex with a cannibal murderer once the news breaks out. Takes one to know one. Oh, I'll confess to the cannibal part, Andrew. But I haven't murdered anyone. You killed this tart. You killed the warden. And as I'm sure you remember, shut up. You killed that poor asthmatic girl. And then you let your sister take the fall for it. So, that just came out of your mouth. Truth hurts, doesn't it? And it doesn't stop there. You want the hard facts? I covered for you. I covered for you when I could have easily just sent you to rot with your sister. But I let them take her because I felt bad for you. I fell for your pleas and puppy dog eyes. Wah wah, I'm so sorry, Mommy. Wah wah, Ashley made me do it. And I believed you. I always thought your sister was the problem. But maybe I should have done away with the both of you. Then you could have sex with as many men as you want, right? Better than doting on an ungrateful son who plans to ditch me for the first bitch that comes along. I wonder how your petite amie would feel if she knew you were the one who killed her friend. So that's it then. You hate her because you have nobody, and you want me to be lonely and miserable with you. No wonder Dad left. You little shit. After everything I've done for you, after all the sacrifices I made, this is what I get? I don't belong to you. Oh, yes, you do. I carried you. I gave birth to you. And you better believe I have the stretch marks to prove it. I nursed you and fed you. I kept a fucking roof over your head. And I saved your sorry ass when you were at rock fucking bottom. Then just leave me here. Sounds like it would solve all of your problems. Maybe I should. I could tell them you held me hostage, that you made me eat the meat. You'd go right to jail, but I'd get off scot-free. How's that for trust, eh? Get the fuck off of me. Make me. Stand up for yourself. For once in your life, make your mother proud. Ugh. So, I guess I can't trust you after all. Which also means I can't risk leaving with you. What do you suppose I do about that? Alright then, darling. If that's the way it's going to be a man. Make your own decisions. Just remember that if it wasn't for me, you'd be rotting in prison or the loony bin already. Yeah, and it's obvious you're going to hold that over me for the rest of your days. Maybe this is my chance to wipe the slate clean, start from scratch, without having to look over my shoulder. Always worrying that my own mom might stab me in the back whenever she wants. Not to mention the nagging and bullshit that comes packaged along. Nagging and bullshit, huh? Is that all you think of me, Andrew? Well, after everything that's happened. Like what? Me sacrificing my life for you? Oh yeah, you sacrificed a ton. Finally got rid of the daughter you always hated. Yeah, you really gave it all up for little Andrew. Fuck you, Andrew. You know I tried with her. You think it was just losing your sister? Years of sucking up to all those phonies on the block? All for nothing. You made me the biggest phony of them all. The boy I bragged to everyone about turned into a murderer. But I took it all on the chin for you. And now here he is, all grown up. And it looks like he doesn't need me anymore. Don't try to act like this is my fault. I'm not. Like I said, it's time for you to decide. Maybe this is just where it ends for me, here in this shitty apartment. Just make sure you write something fitting on my tombstone, alright? Like what? Here lies Renee Graves. She should have had 2 abortions. More like, here lies Renee Graves. She loved her baby boy too much. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry. I know, Andrew. I think we got a bit carried away there. Friends again? Friends. Are you all right? I'm fine, Andrew. You didn't mean what you said, right? I could never mean to hurt you like that, Andrew. Never ever. I know, Mom. I shouldn't have behaved like that. I'm glad you realized that. And maybe I said some things that weren't called for myself. You promised not to get me in trouble and to trust me. I promise, Andrew. But you also have to keep your promise. To never leave me like that limp-dick father of yours. Believe me, Mom, I don't think I'll be hanging out with anyone else for a while. Not even Julia? If she'll even want me back after everything we've done here. But who knows? Let's get out of here before anyone else shows up. Well, I've got the keys and the warden's gun. I'm surprised you didn't shoot me yet. Andrew Graves, you wound me. All it means is now I can make sure you stop being lazy and do your chores. Now come with me, you little rascal, before you get up to any more mischief. I guess we're all good. Now, we gotta work our way out of here. What do you know? They left this open. Let me guess, you want me to jump? You're still thinking about being a romantic. Well, if you insist, I say go for it. I'd be rid of a few household chores anyway. Oh, come on. Didn't you teach me that it's always ladies first? You can lead the way, dear mother. Me and my big mouth. Who am I kidding? I'd miss bossing you around too much if you were gone. Of course. Couldn't have you go without that. No, we couldn't. Now, let's find something to climb down with. It's only the second floor. This seems long enough. Just need to find a way to secure it. Or you could just hold it for me while I descend. And how exactly would I get down? What happened to ladies first? And I'm sure you're strong enough to catch me in your arms if I jump down. Well, we can always try. I used to do it when you were still a baby. Very funny, Mom. I'm in awe of your comedic genius. Now, let's just grab the nail gun from the ladies' room. Got carpets. Got nail gun. Is there anything else here? 2 XP, okay. These are all probably just locked. The two of you use the nail gun to nail the carpets onto the wall. It doesn't look safe. There has got to be something else. Forget about that. Let's just go for it. If anything, the carpet will slow my descent. I mean, I guess. Ladies first. What a gentleman. Not even tempted by the prospect of looking up my skirt. Why do you have to keep making things weird? You climb down very unladylike. So what now? Well, what happens now is that we'll skip town. And then find a buffet restaurant. Then we'll steal someone's identity, or something to continue our lives. Right. And then, as long as we never come in contact with the law enforcement, we'll live a quiet life and die. You've got it all figured out, huh? God, Mom, I have no idea what we're gonna do. Andrew, look at me. Everything will be all right. How can you promise that? How can we be sure of anything right now? Because I'm your mother and I know best. That's really reassuring, Mom. Or at least it would be if I were still 10 years old. Can you just admit that we're kind of screwed right now? No, I won't. And you shouldn't either. I didn't raise a quitter. You didn't exactly raise an optimist either. Just remember the story of Hurricane. Remember how his mother ate anything that went after her baby? That's going to be us from now on. Do we really have to? The point is, we have to look out for each other. You be a good boy, do as you're told, and I won't let anyone hurt that pretty little head of yours. Fair enough. Though I'd like our story to have more buffets and less flesh eating. No promises. God. Now, let's just find ourselves a bus. Feel better now? Now that I'm out of the apartment? Yeah. Otherwise, I'm still just a hair away from a panic attack. Aw, you poor thing. Would you feel better if I told you what our friend gave me after the ritual? I sincerely doubt it, but go ahead. indulge me. Supposedly, I can see the future now. At least, that's what it told me. Well, I hope you do. It would be handy when it comes to avoiding certain things. So there's nothing for you to worry about. As long as you stick with me and do what I say. Oh yeah, dealing with demons, nothing to worry about there. Aw, come here, you. Mom, you'll embarrass me if someone sees us. Too bad. I'm keeping you like this until you smile or the bus shows up. You get on a bus and drive the hell out of here. End of episode 1. Sure, I'll save the game. You can continue here once episode 2 Graves has been updated. Well, that was the Coffin of Andrew and Renee. Let's see. Well, here's the credits here for the devs and plugins, in case you all are curious, but of course, naturally, I will leave a link in the description where you can get the mod yourself. I'll also leave a link where you can get the original game, which I highly recommend trying out if you have not already. It's pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I played actually the original earlier in my channel, so I'll leave some links where you can see my original playthrough way back then. Wow, way back when I did it, whenever that was. But I did enjoy this mod. It definitely kind of helped me with that itch for more Andrew and Lily. Kind of curious where this is going to go, since Ashley isn't in the story with Andrew. It sounds like the whole Nina incident, I think that was her name, right? Ashley went to prison, so she's gone. I'm extremely curious as to how the developers of this mod are going to tie that all together with this alternative timeline. We'll also see exactly how the relationship between Andrew and Renee develops over time, especially as we only have episode 1 released. Episode 2 is available on the original game, so maybe you can theorize what direction we're going to go in the future. But I'll keep an eye open for episode 2 whenever that comes. That all being said, if you did like this video, give this a like, leave a comment, perhaps even subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you all in the next video, so have a good night.